say, girl, you better take care.
Hey, how we doing? Glad to see you made it back. There are a lot of interesting things going on, people. We always got news coming at you right, right and left. Hey, I just wanted to give a recap to make sure that the audience is on top of what's going on and what is happening. We gave a recall back to you, and some of you guys wrote in and told me that you like to get more information on it or get a recap on exactly what it was. They nearly, there's about 3,000 pounds of ground beef recall that had E. coli concerns, and the packages that the company that distributes is in 6 different states, and it caused for major concerns: stomach griping, sickness, some people even coughing up blood. So we tried and bring this to you to let you know. And there was about 2,850 pounds of raw ground beef sold under the Ford Farms brand, according to Department of Agriculture. And it has a high risk of contamination. Like I told you, this is all going back to what we here at Stell Community is saying. You don't have to be rich, you don't have to have a lot, but get an objective, make a plan to better yourself, protect your family. Even if you are sort of tied into a situation where you can't get free, there are many different areas you can go to. You can do pot growing. Some people like that, and it creates good oxygen, good breathing for you. So I'm more of the tub type guy that can spread out, get a row of this, a row of that. It may be only 3 or 4, but I can grow, and it looks beautiful growing in your garden. Like it's like a plant resort in your apartment. I know I once went to a guy's house and he had plants all through his house. They were so beautiful, I thought they were fake, but they were real. And it's all food. So try and get ahead of that situation. I told you about boiling your water. We were finding that there was also feces in the water. And believe me, people, we've got people in this country that don't give a hoot about America. They want to see you go down. Not only that, we got our own people in the infrastructure that's trying to destroy us too. So with that being said, I give you a little recap on that. And we're going to try and hit into, again, the news. And as we like to give you, we like to say, breaking news. We got some information that Trump approval rating is sliding, is going down. And of course, I give that with a grain of sand, because since Trump, and before, and even before that, when he was in the White House, never got one bit of encouragement, never got one good thing said about him. So I feed that with a grain of salt. And the Democrats are doing everything in their power, and it's all negative. And it's catching them right and left. The Bible doesn't lie. You reap what you sow. If you cry it out in the dark, it's going to spell itself out in the daytime. And these are the most hypocritical, deadlock, wishy-washy, evil. I can't even keep talking. I mean, I can sit here and talk about that one subject. I never seen a group of people that hate someone so much. I never seen a group of people that was so indignant on destroying others' lives. I think a lot of people are really agreeing with Donald Trump, because the ones of, and it's sad to say that, people, the ones of us that have common sense understand what's happening. We're not rooting for the Madanis and these people to come over here, and they all have a plot in mind. They want to desensitize America and make it like they're saying. Remember I told you before, misery loves company. And Biden and Harris, they were trying to take away guns, they're trying to take away bullets, freedom of speech, trying to put Elon in jail, he can't talk. Anybody need to be silenced. And like I said, Kamala, she shouldn't have a word to say about nothing. She is part and mainly so, her and veggie head Biden, for us being into this $38 trillion deficit we in. And people, this is all over votes to let people in. Taking your money, our society, you're taking everything you got. And you still get out there with signs like a freaking idiot going along with them. You know, Big Daddy gonna tell you like it is. But to each his own. You know, if that's what you believe, then that's fine. And we know Elon Musk was chatted on by the Somalians, saying he need to be destroyed, deceased. And the Democrats had pushed this rhetoric so hard, just saying and doing anything that they want. If you don't follow their ways, you're wrong. You need to be taken outside of the city and stoned to death. And that's in the old Israelite days of what they did. These are kind of people we're dealing with. There's no reasoning. There's no understanding. There's no coming to the table to debate anything. You don't like it? Talk about being Hitler. Talk about racist. My God, people, look at it. Democrats telling you what they fall into 100%. I was thinking about something the other day on the Shannon Sharp show, Club Shay Shay. I remember Cat Williams was talking about 2026 will be the year of the awakening. Ups to Cat Williams, you called it right, brother. It has been one rude awakening, and it's gone now, tailored on into 2027. And Cat Williams couldn't call it no better. Everybody was going against him, hatred, and he's only like 2'2", maybe 40 pounds. But that's the difference between a boy and a man. Cat Williams is the biggest man I know. He got right out there, called out the names, called out the people, and that's your miniature Donald Trump, because he said it like it is. And on this channel, we believe in saying it like it is. Let's not play games. You know, we older people. If you can't look at life and see what's going on, what's resonating here, you crazy. Why would you vote for a Democrat? Somalians come over here and they take everything from you. Everything. And they're laughing at us, giggling at us. These people have an IQ of 80, which means dummy. Dummy. They They have no percentage. But they were smart enough with old stupid Tim Walz to snare us out of, Trump said it might be into the 50 billion mark. What in the world? And you wonder why you can't get anything, why you can't afford any food. Tell my old lady every time she goes in, give her 100, give her 200, 300. Don't look for no change coming back. It ain't McDonald's, you ain't getting nothing back. Matter of fact, you got to add to it. It's ridiculous. And I'll be 66 in May. And when I went to the grocery store for my mom down the road, they used to carry a buggy back because I couldn't carry all the stuff back for $5. And we didn't have plastic bags destroying the earth that wouldn't rot or decay. We had the big brown bags, and they were big and they were full. You had to be muscle man. You went to the store, $5. I remember walking away 3, 4, 5 pound chicken for 50 cents. And that was a lot. That was a lot. Sometimes they had chickens 2 for $1. Everything was 2 for $1. Canned goods on a regular day, 10 for $1. On the weekends, 15 to 20 for $1. And it was better for you, fresher for you, lasts longer, and didn't kill you. Now the concept is all about money. And they're sneaking things in on us. I was looking at a program about meat and stuff and how they're feeding you imitation meat and telling you it's organic. Everything you do now, that's why I said, I teach my kids, trust no one. People say, oh, that's wrong. You can't teach your kids not to believe in nothing. Yes, you can. Because as soon as you let that guard down, I asked a question in a couple podcasts back. How does it feel to walk around on eggshells every day? You got to remember this. You got to remember that. Because as soon as you get relaxed with the situation, oh my God, where did that come from? And it's gotten to the point, people, where you can't even be home in your domain and be at peace with yourself. You hear that? No, you gotta look. You hear that? You gotta look. I'm taking a look at my camera here. We got a new camera, it keeps spinning around back and forth. I love it. But anyway, it's amazing what's going on. And we the people, instead of banding together, understanding the situation, and protecting ourselves, we're welcoming it. What is wrong with us? Are we all on drugs or something? And when people take advantage of you, teach your kids that they look better being a boy instead of a girl. You stand up for that? Go to some of these other countries, as I keep saying. Walk in there in the girls' bathroom. Take their flag and go out into the middle of the city and burn it, spit on it, all right? Treat their women like dirt. You won't last long. But y'all turn around, on the other hand, and vote Modani. Do you know his religion believes in having 4 to 5 wives? It's okay. Do you know in his religion, they will put the boot to their wife if they don't do what they say and never spend a day in jail? They condone it because a woman is nothing. She's nothing. And you idiots are standing there crying, oh, yes, 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 yes. Madani, 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 Madani. Okay. When all this stuff starts happening, and it's happening, people, the Hill Step community, we put it out that this will be the rude awakening for Americans. He's going to lay down the tracks for America. He already jumping up. Well, all of you are. The ones that don't have sense. For Maduro from Venezuela, illegally genociding people, hurting people, taking from them, stole the election. And people don't believe for one moment that the Democrats are fighting for Maduro because they believe he was treated wrong. No, they're not doing that. They're fighting because the Clintons, the Bush, the Nancy Pelosi's, all of them are hooked into the drug cartel. So they want him free. They want him out. God forbid if something happened to him like Jeffrey Epstein. And I truly believe Jeffrey Epstein was getting too close to the Democrats because he knew too much. And if I'm wrong, I'm flying. Big Daddy can't fly. Too heavy. You see what happened there? When things started coming out, they thought they had maybe an inch or two where they could stick it to Trump. When they found out, oh my God, it's all coming out on us. They weren't supposed to find these papers or those papers. They went and got attorneys. Now make it make sense to stop the paperwork on Jeffrey Epstein from coming out. Why? Again, because it didn't align with the Democratic train, their way of doing things. They can do it, but you can't. Do as I say, but don't do as I do. And if you, I know the world's getting tired. I told you on this channel again about the Chihuahua. People ain't gonna stand all day and have you suppress them, kick them, knock them around. Even Chihuahua, a little ounce Chihuahua, he gonna bite. Let me do it again. And he doing it quick. He gonna bite. And he's supposed to. So this is where we headed at. And it's all communist, but y'all are happy with it, so I'm happy with it. Kevin Knopf opposes Trump's administration in major rulings, everything he's doing. This guy here in the Supreme Court, I truly believe that he is a rhino. The Cuban government says that 32 armed forces and intelligence agency members were killed under the reign of Maduro. Protesters gathered in Square Times over the joy of having him gone. But we over here in America are jumping up in our square town, opposing it. You know, so again, Democrats agreeing with suppressing people, holding them under slavery, taking their money, controlling them. And we can go to pictures and we can go to statements all day long. But what I want y'all to do is, like I said, jazzercise your brain a little bit. Open up the book, read it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take no podcaster word for it. I like to say it this way, educate yourself. P. Hassan has stripped, call him senator if you want, Senator Mark Kelly of military rank over illegal orders and the videos that he made also is going to be taken away. And China is yelling out to Donald Trump to stay away from Venezuela oil and to return Maduro back to Venezuela. Now, in case y'all haven't done your history, Shell, Gulf, Standard Oil, those were our refineries. Those were our utensils. Those were our tools. Maduro took it over, Biden and Bush and the rest of them in there and Obama. They sit back and say, oh, don't do that. And then they had a $20 million purse on his head. Before Trump came in, they had moved it up to $50 million. Trump went over there and got the job done. Make it make sense. Now all of a sudden he's a criminal. He's wrong. Trump derangement. Same thing with the border. Oh, we working on it. We can't get it done. It takes time. Trump got that junk sold up in less than 3 months. Now he's inhumane. He's nasty. He's a dirty person. And I just never dealt with grown people that are so slimy and snarling in dirt. And then you got word salad, no book selling. I can't hardly say it. Kamala saying that it was wrong what Trump done in taking care of things. That's who we need to send over there. Let her run that country, because they would love it. This woman is as smart as a head of lettuce that was grown in water. No support, just floating. Also, it shows that 30 states now are in worse shape, they say, because of the terrors. CDC, because of the terror of the CDC flu designation cases, and they're spiking across the nation. What's the guy's name there? The little guy that I can't stand. Fushi. That guy needs to be taken care of. And a lot of people are concerned that a lot of things aren't being done fast enough. When are we going to see this happen? When are we going to see it? Well, he's got a lot to fight through for one man. He's got over 180, 200 judges fighting everything he does, tooth and nail, more than any president that's ever been in the White House. But he's getting it done. As we go along in the news, you'll see he's rolling it in. Pam Bundy, you better get up off GoFundMe, because you're going to be gone. Not getting it done fast enough. Also, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Resources is recommending fewer vaccines for most Americans. And I believe in that. Kennedy is doing a good job, because that was sought up on COVID for us to be lab rats, killing people. And Fauci, he's gone out of the country. He should be wheeled in. I know, I'm like y'all sort of, when are we going to get him in? Because this man is not taking one life, but many lives. Many lives. Maduro today in his hearing also declared, of course, that he's innocent. And He said this out in the Manhattan court. I guess from what he's seeing, you got to look at it his way. Some Americans love me, but his country doesn't. The country that should really be upset and angry is his country. They ain't stopped partying yet, rejoicing. But we over here raising a stink about it. Make it make sense. Y'all love chaos. And it's chaos over the stupidest things. And I'm pretty sure other countries look at us and just go, wow, man, what a country. They're weak. All that shows is weakness. The man who broke into the windows at Vance's house in Ohio home has been detained by the Secret Service. And we know how Democrats operate, y'all. Let's put a prayer out for Trump's team and anyone that you think you can just come and blatantly destroy. This man's home with his wife and his kids, and you're going to break in and try and do harm. Tables will turn. People will get tired. And I think we're going to see things that we've never seen before, because you can feel the tension. You can feel the anger. You can feel the frustration of people. And it's growing. Trump can't stop it. Democrats can't stop it. Republicans can't stop it. When you see somebody naturally taken from you, from your kids, and teaching them wrong philosophies, taking God out of the schools, taking common sense out of the schools, actually deranging your child's mind, and then they come out there with an education of zero. Can't read, can't write, can't do multiplication. The basic R's they can't do. Because the teachers aren't doing their job. They teach them to take a CAT test or whatever, and that's it. We even had old big fat teacher out there doing the science of killing Charlie Kirk. He didn't do anything to you, fatty. She needs to go somewhere. And I think that's what a lot of people have been calling in and saying, make it stick. Burning up all Elon cars. Life imprisonment. Make it stick. Because Elon cars, that's a kid. Kids do that kind of stuff. Kids operate like that. You don't like Elon, that's fine. But to go and destroy his product, a man that's helped America, went and got our astronauts back when old veggie head told him, you did your service for America, and that was it. Just like he left the troops to die over in Afghanistan, left all our equipment over there. These are the kind of people we got. But no, y'all praise that. There's a lot that's happening in Florida. There was a rapid spread of wildfire, but you got to give it to our governor, DeSantis. Even when we had the storm and stuff, he's right on it. We got Sheriff Grady, Sheriff Ivory here. These guys, they get the job done. And people don't like the situation or how they talk or do things, but they're doing the job we paid them for. It's not a party. Jimmy Kimmel also had a few words to say, saying, thanks, Donald and Jennifer Trump. After critics' choice awards. They win the Critics Award. And like I said, people always have something to say about something, and it's usually negative. Schools were closed, flights canceled, as amber warnings went out for snowstorms, which were issued up north. And also it went over into the UK area, particularly in Scotland and Beth and Esmond, PA. As things are getting long-term and harder in America, I don't know if you notice or not how the weather's been changing. I don't think it's due to climate change. I believe it's how they destroyed the earth, digging and plowing and not putting things back like they should be. And in a lot of ways, I watch this gold show sometime, they destroy the earth and never put it back, never level the dirt back. And I believe the earth is on axles, and it's trying a way to even itself out. I believe, strictly one butthole's opinion, of healing itself. And there are more people who are standing up in America for Maduro, and his own people have asked the question, his own people, why Americans are so upset. Why? They don't understand. Well, I'm right with you, I don't understand either. And then we got our superstar, Mondani. He announced today a rental ripoff from the people for the people in New York. And he also said he called President Trump and displayed his very terrifying and unhappiness of Maduro. I'm putting nothing past this guy if he don't go in there and try and get him released. Because the scandals are so big and they're happening so widespread, it's unreal. So people, what I'm trying to say to you, this is Stealth Community. I appreciate the ones of you that signed up. Let's keep growing the channel. Anything you think I should improve on, hit me up. I love your comments. I try and answer all of them. I do answer all of them. And be safe. Be alert. Watch what you're taking in. And I'm going to say something real simple. You don't know the person. You don't feel right with the person. You first start your right thought. If they offer you a cup of water, a cup of tea, I'm catching things on here that are killing Americans. Be careful. We're always in your corner. And please smash that like button. And we'll see you on the next one.